In the Gospel today, Jesus says, "I am the true vine, and my Father is the vine grower. He takes away every branch in me that does not bear fruit, and every one that does, He prunes, so that it bears more fruit."
If you're a plantita, you probably know what pruning means. Cutting away parts of a plant, such as leaves or branches that aren't useful, so that you can make room for more growth and more fruit.
As followers of Jesus, we are already part of the vine, but we are also intended to bear fruit. This means living a life grounded in Christ and making a positive difference in the lives of others and in the church.
But we have our comforts, pride, attachments to things, work, even people. These can hold us back from fulfilling our purpose for God. So just like plants, we also need some pruning.
God's pruning comes through difficulties, pain, or loss that help us rely more on Jesus and help us to become more humble, more virtuous. The pruning is meant for us to become stronger in faith and direct our actions for Christ and for others.
St. Paul is a great example of a branch that bore much fruit. He had stature in society, was well educated, an excellent writer and speaker, and a passionate Jew. This zeal for his own religion led him away from God, persecuting Christians and making them suffer. He had a lot of strengths, but he needed pruning.
We are familiar with his conversion story. When he began to share his new faith in Christ, the persecutor became the persecuted. Throughout his ministry, St. Paul suffered rejection, imprisonment, hardships, a relentless pruning that made him cling to the Lord even more.
But what fruit he bore! St. Paul established new Christian communities as far as modern-day Turkey and Greece. He wrote letters to these churches, which eventually became 13 books of the Bible.
His talents were directed to God's purpose of evangelizing others and spreading the faith. Among the apostles, he is considered the greatest influence on the growth of Christianity.
In his letter to Timothy near the end of his life, St. Paul says, "I have fought the good fight. I have finished the race. I have kept the faith." As we go through life's challenges, through the pruning of the Lord, let's cling to Him, trusting His word, keeping the faith as St. Paul did.
Let us trust that Jesus is preparing us to bear fruit and allow Him to shape us, not for our own purposes, but for His work and His glory.
Have a blessed Sunday.